Welcome, everybody, to the episode 6 of This Is Your Moment with Marsha Page. I'm on location again with at one of my favorite places. First of all, before I even say who this beautiful young woman is, I am sitting in one of my favorite places to be in Brooklyn. Indigo Style Vintage, the collective at Indigo Style, here with owner and curator Sheryl Roberts. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is your moment, Sheryl. I love coming here.
Thank you.
How long have you been in business, Sheryl?
Well, this location opened last year in June, so a little bit over a year. But before that, I was on Tompkins Avenue inside someone else's store. That's kind of how I got my brick and mortar start.
Okay.
So that was from 2017. And
Okay.
then before that, I started it as a hobby, and it was out of my brownstone.
Wow.
So that started in 2014. So about 6-7 years kind of building up to this.
Yeah, this is amazing because every time I come in here, everybody, I just need you to know that it's very hard to just say hi to Sheryl and leave because she has this collective of wonderful brands in here by all Black-owned businesses.
All people of color.
All people of color.
Yeah. Over 40. Right now we're at about 42 different brands, all people of color from all over the diaspora.
Yes, I love it so much, and it's reflective in everything here. And I was amazed by you and wanted to sit down and give you a moment because I find you to be inspiring.
Really?
I do. I do. Why is that, you say? Because I know that you're a mother like me, right?
Yep.
And that means a lot, right? That responsibility of motherhood and finding your dream and walking in your purpose. I also know that you're a woman of faith like me.
Yes.
Yes. And so I know that you understand what being in the flow is like. Yeah.
Yeah, being in the flow, just trying to figure out how to navigate your best life in that you'll have a good balance of family,
right,
of faith, of work.
Yeah.
It's hard sometimes.
It is hard.
It's hard.
But, I find for myself that outside of these comfortable places that life puts us in sometime where it's like, okay, we're going along with the everyday, I found that my life opened up when I was uncomfortable.
That's true.
Yeah.
You get your best lessons when you're uncomfortable. It makes you grow whether you like it or not. When you're uncomfortable.
Yes.
Definitely moves you along.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't wish discomfort on people, but I know that it's necessary.
It is necessary.
In our evolution.
It is necessary. So, you know what else I love about you that I learned is that you're a former model. This beautiful regal face. You're a former model. When did you start modeling, Sheryl?
It's a long story, but I'll make it. I'll condense it really small.
Okay.
After college, basically. After college, I graduated, and I was waiting tables. And the preface of the story is that while I was in college, my junior year, a friend of mine had sent my picture in to Essence magazine. They were having a 25th anniversary model search. It was their first one that they had done, I think. And so she entered me, and I ended up winning that. I think they did 10 women or 20 women or something from all over the country. So I got to come to New York for that. And I didn't win, but a lot of agencies liked me and wanted to sign me. But because I'm from Texas and I didn't know anything about modeling really, it wasn't really anything out. It seemed really foreign.
Yeah.
So I just finished college. I didn't worry about it. But then once I graduated and I was working and people kept telling me, oh, you should be a model, you should be a model.
Yeah.
Once my regular job, they moved. It was MCI. Nobody knows that who MCI is. It's before your time. But but when it closed, so I just had a severance package. So I was waiting tables, and people every day would say, "You should be a model. You should be a model." So I was just like,
"Isn't that interesting?"
So that's how I started.
That's how you started.
Yeah, that's how I started, and then moved from Chicago, and then eventually came to New York.
Wow! And I know that you've modeled a lot. But I saw your beautiful face on Mazzani products, Dark and Lovely, and that's probably that's what I've seen. But I'm sure there's so much more.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more.
I was a good working model. I will say that. I think that a lot of people think that the only way you can be successful as a model is if you're like a Tyra Banks or a Naomi Campbell or something. And although they are extremely successful,
right,
I would say that the majority of models that really make the most money are the people that their faces always look familiar, but you can't really remember always where you've seen them. It's because they're working every day, so you're really seeing their faces every day in different forms. So
I didn't even really think of that, because I think I'm one of those people that are like, oh, if it's like Tyra or Naomi, that's when you can call yourself a model.
No, it's interesting because there's so many models that they're not able to sustain a living. You know, they have to do something else. They got to wait tables, or they got to have a bunch of roommates. But I did it for 30 years, and that's the only job, that I had. So like just being able to do like everything from catalog to campaigns to runway to fit literally every aspect of modeling. That's kind of what I did.
Wow,
that's kind of what I did.
Don't worry about it. We got
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't know you did modeling for 30 years.
Yeah.
So
on the cover of Essence, the Total Makeover book. I've been on the cover of Ebony, Heart and Soul, Black Elegance, a bunch of different magazines.
Yeah. And so I'm listening to you, and I'm like, so that world, the modeling world, the fashion industry, that really, you were like a student of it, and it definitely inspired you.
I think so.
To create this collective.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
I think that working in the industry for so long as a model and an actress, you are basically just the canvas. So people are just creating on you, but you don't have any level of responsibility as far as taking ownership in what they're putting out. You're just like the person that, you just, whatever they do, you're just standing there and you can't really say anything. But all of those years of observation and just being a sponge and soaking it in, like, developed definitely an expertise in fashion. So just from taking that, I realized a couple of things. Number one, I'm not anti-fashion. I just don't feel that fashion has to be overly expensive. And I feel like fashion should in some way be sustainable in a way that it gives back to the community that you're serving.
Absolutely.
So for me, opening this store is a way of like not being anti-fashion, but saying fashion really is truly all about individuality. So like that individuality is something that I want people to express. So I try to like find small makers and small brands that I can like support and help them, build and brand and grow their business. And so it also like helps the community. You know what I mean? It's like all
that's amazing.
It all kind of works together. It's like you'll find amazing, unique fashion here. It's going to be made by small local makers, so they're going to benefit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like just recycling your money and investing in the community.
Yeah, that's amazing, and that's so important because we were talking like earlier before we started this shoot, and we were saying that how there's a notion sometimes with people that if they give, that they're going to be left at a disadvantage. Yeah.
And it's not true.
That's not true.
There's even if two people sell the exact same thing, if two people have two pens and you each are both selling the pens, it doesn't make you a competitor, because the way that you sell a pen and the way that I sell a pen will be completely different. Exactly. You know what I mean? You may talk about the pen and I may show the pen, laid out in leaves or whatever. Everybody has a different presentation. Everybody has a different customer. So I feel like the idea of competitiveness should only really be like as far as you want to go for yourself.
Exactly. I'm sorry I had to jump in there because I knew where that was going. Yes, I compete against myself because it's just so important for our community. That's why I admire and I patron the collective at Indigo Style all the time. Like if I'm in Brooklyn and I'm near here,
409 Lewis Avenue.
409 Lewis Avenue.
Right in Bed-Stuy.
Right in Bed-Stuy. And it's also, you're on Instagram. And so your Instagram would be Indigo Style Vintage. So everybody please check her out. And you must come down to Bed-Stuy and look at all of these wonderful designs, accessories, books, fragrances, shoes, everything you could think of.
A little bit of new, a little bit of vintage, a little bit of handmade, a little bit of custom, and all unique.
Yeah, all very unique. Like, I know that I will not be seeing duplicates on the street when I get something from here.
No.
It makes me feel special.
Yep.
And I just want to thank you for that. I really do. You're impacting the community, Sheryl, and I love being around like-minded Black women such as yourself, because we are here to serve. It's very important to think about, have intention.
Yeah.
With what we're doing.
Yeah. That's it. Yep. With everything, you have to have intention. Yeah. And intention, and if you have a good intention, then I feel like, especially through clothing itself, like people will gravitate to you. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
They'll gravitate to you, and beyond that, it's just the ultimate expression of who you are as a person. You know what I mean? You can project anything you want in the world to see.
You know why I'm like, loving it? Because what you're saying about fashion is in line with makeup, and that's how I feel about it.
Exactly.
Yes, makeup is expression. Like, I tell people, I don't play by the rules with it. I go by how I feel.
Exactly. It's about your mood.
Because it's unique, and it's an enhancement of what you're already bringing, your beauty, right? So it's about how you want to enhance it. Same thing with fashion. It
all works.
It all works together.
Food, fashion, film, photography, all of it.
I think because it falls
architecture.
Yes.
It's all of it.
It's all of it. And it falls under the umbrella of creativity.
Yeah.
That's why you can be creative with food, all the things you mentioned. And it's amazing. Man, so we're going into fall, right? And I noticed your store is ever changing, ever evolving. I'm looking at a jacket that I can't even wait to get off of here and say bye to y'all so I can be in that corner over there. Oh my goodness. The camo jackets, I own two. What is it? Kick
NYC.
Kick NYC. Kick NYC. And I'm gonna, you stay tuned, because I think that the audience will be having a treat when I sit with the owner of Kick NYC, who doesn't even know that I'm sitting with her. So, Taisha, if you watching, okay, girl, get ready.
Yes. We have some great makers in this store.
Yes, and she is one of them. And she's one of them. So what's next for, what do you see? You're new. It's been a little over a year. What is your vision or intention for how the collective at Indigo Style will develop and grow?
I hope that over the next year to 2 years, I hope no matter what the atmosphere or the economy or whatever it's bringing, I hope that we'll still be able to continue to bring in new brands and just educate people on number one, sustainability. And just kind of lowering our footprint so that we'll have a place to be, and also to helping new entrepreneurs like build and grow their brands. Like, I feel like we have the best of the best in Black-owned brands in this space. We've like from Love Notes to Kick NYC to Effie's Paper, Butter by Kiba. Like, there's so many different lines all in this space, even Mess in the Bottle. And when you look at the progression of the brands, it's like I feel so good, because I feel like, you know, the success is on them. Yes. But I feel like just the fact that I am able to curate early on like such high quality brands is like, it's great. I feel like come here, because listen, if you start here, your brand, if you put the work in, your brand is definitely gonna grow. It's gonna grow.
And it must be amazing for you to watch the growth.
I love it. I mean, I'm just like, I'm proud of people, because I'm like, they're putting in the work. I'm just one of the people that saw how amazing they were early on. That's so special, Sheryl. Yeah. It's so special, because if, like you were saying earlier, that you would go everywhere and people were saying, oh, you should be a model. That's what happened with my journey in makeup, in terms of like when I started to realize I had a talent that I didn't know I had. People were like, are you a makeup artist? Right. You should be. And that's what made me like go to school and see what was up with that.
So
you found your passion.
Yes.
And it was something that you were already doing anyway.
Right. And it's important to listen.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when we're inside of it, like, we will figure out all the ways why something can't happen.
Yeah. You don't see, and sometimes you just don't see it. Sometimes we don't see the vision for ourselves. Because not that we're limited, but just that, like, it's not something that maybe you were brought up. It's not, I won't say it's a limited thinking, but I think sometimes it's just not knowing.
Yes,
not
I would
knowing.
agree.
Maybe just not knowing.
Not knowing. And I mean, I guess generally human beings, we only think to the level that we're exposed to anyway, right? So it is.
Think beyond.
Think beyond. Yeah. Think beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this was amazing. My toes are twinkling because I'm going over to look at the clothes and the things and everything that's in here, and I have some time to do it today.
Yep.
So everybody, don't forget, this is Sheryl Roberts. I love her, the wonderful Sheryl Roberts, and she is here right in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn on Lewis Avenue. The Collective at Indigo Style, vintage, new, everything she said. And
something for everybody.
Yes.
Great affordable price points and definitely sizes that are inclusive. That's important.
That is important. Inclusive. I like that word. And that's what this is. And I feel
Something
the love when I walk in here. And I think that I feel love because all of these creatives and brands that have come into the space that you have curated and nurtured, they are doing what they enjoy doing. Right? And so now their joy and their love is on display all over the store, and it is felt and it is palpable, and you just need to get in here as soon as possible. All right. Thank you, Sheryl. This was amazing.
Thanks for having me.
I
appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, and onward and upward. I can't wait to see how all of this grows, and maybe another location. I don't know.
You got some things working. You got some things working. You just have to just follow us and be supportive and just watch our journey as we grow.
Yes, we will take the journey with you. All right. Thank you, guys. So it'll be another episode. We're getting to the end of the season of This Is Your Moment, right? This is episode 6. So there is 4 more episodes left that you don't want to miss. So tune in. Cheryl's going to be tuning in, and you don't want to miss it. Have a wonderful day. I love you all for taking the time to watch This Is Your Moment. Love you.